Okay. I want to post a video, and I just want to kind of clear some things out of my head too. I'm not even going to put his name on here. I'm not trying to look for viewers. I'm not going to put his name on here simply because I know that that's what's going to push it. The people who watch me, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about if they watch him. I'm not even going to go into this big sad story about how I'm going to miss Luke, simply because I didn't know Luke that well. The very little bit that I watched of him was wonderful. He put up a lot of videos. I couldn't watch them all. I have a hard time keeping up with my subscription as it is. That's why I don't comment as much as I normally would. Or most of y'all's stuff that actually do watch me. And I'm sure Luke has plenty of people that he watches too. And it doesn't matter. This has nothing at all to do with what I wanted to say. You know, I had an emotional point here when I was leaving work earlier because I was reading a book, and it made me feel little lonely things that got me upset. And coming back and seeing this and watching Luke's video and the response videos that I've watched, and then reading some of the commentary that makes me just want to choke a bitch, just makes me, I just wanted to say a few things. And it's kind of reiterating everything that Luke said. It's reiterating things that Danny said throughout his whole video. Material things are material things. But, you know, I read a quote the other day that says something about, it's easy to love somebody else, but it's difficult to accept love. And when love is beaten down your door, you need to accept it and take it and be grateful for it. And there's a lot of the times that we do this. And sometimes we ignore and take things for granted of what's right there in front of us. And we don't realize how much we hurt others who are sitting here offering it. And we tend to worry so much about things that really are just not so much important. And sometimes it takes a slap in the face like this to really realize that. And you can't really fault yourself for being like that, because that's just the way we are. We're not perfect humans. We're not perfect with perfect little hearts, and there's no such thing as a perfect little family, and there's no such thing as a perfect little life. It's just not. But little things like this is what we need to teach us and make us realize what we need to do. I guess what my point is I don't have a real point other than what I've already said. I guess it's pretty just darn obvious. And I'm just going to reiterate to everybody out there who actually listens to me. Don't take for granted the wonderful, wonderful gifts you have in your life. Whether it be material things, whether it be somebody that loves you, whether it be the family that you have, the children you have, the parents you have. You can't take that shit for granted, because in an instant it can all be taken from you. Materials things, love in your life, it's awful. It can be taken right from you. So just sit back and appreciate what you got. And I'll tell you, just like I told Luke in his comments, I'll tell you exactly what I said to him. I told him to be strong and to not lose hope. Because even though things seem pretty damn bad right now, it's not going to be the end of the road for him. He's seen the error of his ways, is what I told him. And I'm not pushing blame on him. What he sees is what he sees in himself. And right now he's putting enough shit on himself. He certainly doesn't need anybody or any of us to point that out to him. But he's seen his error of his ways. And that is what is more important. He had that slap in his face, and he knows what now he needs to do. And now he needs to take that in hand and realize what he does have, and he needs to take it, and he needs to be strong, and he needs to fight for what he really wants in his life. And as much as it seems easy to give up, or at least it seems like the easier route, not that it's easy, but the easier route for everybody around, it certainly is not. Do not ever, ever give up on what you feel in your heart is the right thing to do. And with that being said, in the same breath, he should not even give up on his gaming either, because that is also one of his passions in his life. Now, it doesn't mean that that should take preference over his family. Obviously not. He is a great gamer. Everybody loves him for his gaming. But even then, he loves his gaming. He does. And there is a happy medium where you have what is passionate for you and what you're good at, and you've got to still keep that, but you got to remember where your priorities are too. And I think he's seeing that. And I do want to say one little comment, even though I know they won't see it and they don't care, but I think there's been some really pathetic comments that's been left on his video. I'm not trying to start drama, really not, but that kind of shit just pisses me off. It's just not necessary. He took the moment to actually express in his heart what was going on, and he did the honor of letting us know that and poured his heart out. And for these people to make comments like that is fucking pathetic. They should be ashamed of themselves. Really, you should be ashamed of yourself. So, some people just need to grow the fuck up. So that's all I have to say. I just wanted to give that my little 2 cents, which is just really a repeat of everything else that's been said. And that's all, folks. And, yeah, talk to y'all soon.